Hello everyone, my name is Monu Jakad and today we will study about what is CSS and what are the different types of CSS. Okay, so what is the main sole purpose or the key features of the CSS for making the web pages and what is the important role of CSS in making web pages. So first let me explain what is CSS. So before explaining CSS, let me tell you one thing that CSS is a chapter of 10th class for the CBSE board in computer application book code number 165. Okay, so now we will move further and let me explain what is CSS. Okay, CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheets. Where we use CSS? We use CSS in HTML programs. HTML stands for, I hope everyone knows about this, Hypertext Markup Language. This is a full form of HTML. By this language, we used to create what? Web pages. And for beautifying the web pages, we use CSS. Okay. Basically, we use CSS for those purpose also. If I want to add a different class in my content of the web page, so that I have to choose the selector only that I will explain later in internal or in external CSS. Okay. So first I will explain what are the different types of CSS. There are three types of CSS. First one is inline, and the second one is internal, and the third one is external CSS. So these three are, there are three types of CSS: inline, internal, and external. First we will study about what is internal, then we will study about inline, then we will study about external. Okay. Internal CSS. Internal CSS basically used to embed inside the head tag of HTML program. So I will explain all these inline, internal, and external CSS by taking an example. Okay, which is, let me take an example for explaining this. I will take this statement: my school name is XYZ. Okay, I want to. What is the objective? I want to appear this sentence in my web page as a color of green. So, which color? This is not a grammatical error because in HTML or in CSS also we use to write color as according to this only. So, by using internal CSS, I will show you how we can apply the color green in this sentence. Okay, so first we will in any heading you want to display it. So let me consider this one in heading level 2. My school name is XYZ, heading level 2, close. What is this? This is heading level. Okay. In internal, I want to apply this color as green for this tag. Which tag? H2 tag. Okay. And where we will apply internal CSS, where we can add internal CSS in HTML, as I explained earlier inside the head tag only. So we will start like this: head tag, then style tag, then what is the type of style tag? Text CSS. Then I will choose H2 curly bracket property color value, green, style tag, add, and then head tag will end. Okay. So what is this? H2. What is this? This one is selector. What is this? This one is property. This one is value. So basically we call this selector in which tag we want to apply those effects. So first we have to select that tag. So that selected tag is known as selector. Then this property, and what is the value of this property? If I want to appear this sentence in my web page as a red color, then I will mention red here instead of green. So this one is selector, this one is property, and this one is the value of the property, and this will apply, this property and value will apply for the H2 heading level 2, and there is a tag is here H2, and what is written inside this tag? My school name is XYZ, and this color green will automatically appear, will apply to this sentence only. Is it clear? Now let me explain what is inline, then further I will explain what is external CSS. Okay, so now we will move further. The next type of CSS is inline. Okay, so in inline, first I will take example. My school name is XYZ, and then heading level 2 will close. Okay, now I want to apply inline CSS. Inline CSS in this sentence, I want to appear this sentence as a color of green. So before this I explained this example by using internal CSS. Now I will explain using this example by inline CSS. In inline CSS, we will write CSS style code inside the starting tag only. This one is starting tag. This one is starting tag. This one is ending tag. Okay, so in inline CSS I will apply the style code inside the starting tag only. How? H2 style, then color. Which color I want to apply? Color green. So I will mention color green. Then starting tag completes here. Then I will write my school name is XYZ, and then I will close heading level 2. So till now everyone will be able to know why we call this type of CSS is inline as inline CSS, because in this one we mention the style, mention the CSS inside that particular tag only. Like if I want to apply in this tag, then I have to write in this tag. If I will apply in another one, then I have to apply in that particular tag only. Okay, so now we will move further for the external CSS. The third one is external. The third one and the last type of the CSS is external CSS. Basically, external CSS is a bit different from rest of these two types. How is it different? Because in external CSS we have to open a new notepad window, and in that notepad window we have to write particular code like selector, property, value. Then we will save that file with the extension of .css. This is the extension, same like we used to save our HTML file with the extension of .html. Okay, so this is the HTML file, and if we will save that text file with the extension of .css, then it will be cascading style sheet, and then we will embed, then we will add this external style sheet inside our head tag only. So what is the common thing between internal and external CSS? The main common thing between internal and external CSS, which is we both for both we add inside the head tag only. Okay, so let me explain here only. First, consider this one is the window of notepad, and in this one I have chosen selector. I will choose the selector H2, then I will write property, then I will add the value. H2 selector, property color, and the value green. And after typing this, I will save this file by the extension of .css. Okay. And in HTML program, how I will add this external CSS file inside the header tag? Here we will give the link of this file, and then head tag will close. Okay, let me explain you how. Okay, let us consider that this file is saved by the name of xyz.css. Okay, head tag is here. Now I want to link this file. So first I have to explain what is the relation of this file. Style sheet, and the type of this style sheet. Text, CSS. Then I have to give the location of this file, which is href-reference, and then xyz.css, and then this one, and then head tag will close. Okay, this is how we used to embed our external style sheet. I have added this external style sheet here. Okay, this is how I will add external style sheet. Here I provided the location. Here I provided the location of this file, which is saved by xyz.css. Okay, maybe it's the external one is quite confusing for you. So let me explain again. The third type of CSS, which is external CSS. In this one, same like internal, same like inline, and same external. All these types are different by their name and by their functionality also. You can remember by the word like external. In external CSS, first we have to open external window of Notepad. Then we will give the selector in which we want to apply that property and value, and then after selecting the selector, then we will give the property and then we will give the value, and then we will save that file by .css, and then after saving that file we will start the link tag inside the head tag. Then I will mention what is the relation of this style which I am going to add here. What is the relation? What type of file? Style sheet is the relation, and the type of this file is text CSS. Okay. Then again hyperreference. I am giving the location of this file, which is xyz.css. I saved by this name here as I written here, and I will mention the location of that page here, and then I will end this head tag. Okay, you don't have to write by entering into new line, because I made a diagram there, so that's why I am explaining in different lines. So you have to write all these three in a single line only. Okay, so inline, internal, and external, all well explained. Let me explain you by rough diagram, so that it will be very easy for you. First one is inline, then internal, then external. First, second, third. In inline, we add the style tag inside the starting tag only. That's why we call this type of CSS is the inline CSS. Like in this one, we have added style, color. What type of color? Green. And then example here. Then I will and H2 tag. As I explained earlier, H2 is a heading double tag. Why we call inline? Because we mention the style tag inside the starting tag only, in the same line only. Is it clear by this method, by the names and by the way I am explaining? You can remember this. Like why we call inline? Because we add style tag in the line only, inside the starting tag only. Now we will move further. What is the internal CSS? In internal CSS, as I explained, the common thing between internal and external CSS, which is for both we mention inside the head tag. Okay. In this one, we don't have to add inside the head tag. If we have to write the style attribute in that tag in which you want to apply. So, but for internal and external, we have to mention the style sheet inside the starting of head tag and the ending of head tag. For internal, Now we will move to internal. For internal, starting tag of head, then starting tag of style. What is the type? Type is text extension CSS, and then we will choose selector, and then we will choose property, then we will choose value, then we will end style tag, then we will end our head tag. So why we used to say this one is a internal CSS? As I explained that how you can remember the inline CSS, because in inline CSS we mention the style tag in the line only, inside the static tag only, and in internal we added the style tag inside the head tag only. In the middle of the starting of the head tag and the ending of the head tag. So this is the common thing which I was talking about, the internal and the external, because for internal also we used to write the code inside the starting of head tag and ending of the head tag, and same we used to give the hyperreference, or we used to give the location of the external sheet inside the starting of head tag and the ending of head tag. So this is the common thing between the internal and the external CSS, which is we add the style tag, or we gave the link inside the head tag. But in inline there is no need to mention, we have to mention in the line only. Okay. So now we will move further for the external CSS. Second one is internal, third one is external. Why we call this type of CSS as an external? Because in this one, as I told you, we have to add external text file by the extension of CSS. .css. We have to add external file in our main HTML program. We have to consider this one is your HTML program. Okay, this one is your CSS file, and in this program there is a starting of head tag, ending of head tag. You will mention the external CSS here. Another window, another text file with the extension of .css. You will add this file inside the starting of head tag and the ending of the head tag. That's why we call this one as an external CSS, because in this one we used to add the external another file with the extension of .css in our HTML program. Okay, how we can add, what is the tag and what are the attributes we will mention. First we will give link, then I will explain what is the relation. Relation is style sheet. What is the relation of this sheet to the HTML, to the main HTML program? So this is the relation. What is the relation? Relation is a style sheet. Then type is text CSS. This is the type of that file. Then I will give the location inside the hyperreference, the location of this file, and then close. Then we can end head tag here. So this is the type of external CSS. As I already explained you all the types, and I explained how you can remember all these type of CSS: inline, internal and external. So these are the three different ways, or you can say three different types of CSS by which you can add CSS to your web page, to your HTML program. As for journal, I will explain, as I explained, HTML, hypertext markup language. Okay, for what is the use of making scripting language, which is used for making web pages, and for beautifying the web pages so that it can be look more attractive, and time saving by CSS. Is it clear? How more attractive is understood. Like I explained that if I want to change, I want to appear this content on my web page as of green color. So this line we understood that CSS helps us to look our web pages more attractive. But what about this second line, that time saving? How I can say that CSS is very time saving for the developers, for the web developers who are making web pages. Like see, in there is a content. Okay, there are two sentences. First one, okay, let's just take two words: ABC, XYZ. ABC and XYZ. This is of blue color, this is of brown color. Okay, and again this is of blue color. If you will add the property and the value again and again. For basically, if we, for first, let's just don't talk about CSS. If I will go through only HTML, I have to apply the color in this heading also, this heading again also, and in this heading again also. But if I will apply the color by the help of CSS, then it will be time saving. How it is time saving? See, this one is heading level 1, this is heading level 2, this is heading level 3. For the example, I am considering that, let's consider the heading levels. Okay, so for heading level H1 and H3, color I want to apply blue. Okay, for the XYZ heading level H2, I will apply color brown. So this is how it is time saving for us, time efficient. How so? Because if I will apply the color blue, brown, and then again blue, then I have to mention it. Then I have to apply it according to 3 times. In how if I will write further also, then I have to mention. Then I have to add the properties of and value in HTML again and again. But in CSS we don't have to do that. We have to just select the selectors, different selectors. See, if I will one more like GHI heading level 4. If I want to apply this, then you don't have to write the whole code again and again. Just do nothing. Just type H heading level 4, H4, H1, H3. By you have to write once, then you have to give the selector's name, and then it will apply the color blue in these three. Okay, this is how it is time saving, and it's not about I have chosen a very simple by this very simple heading level 2 example, which is my school name is XYZ, and by this example I explained inline, internal, and external, and I also explained these two main key points also. Why it makes our web pages more attractive and why it is time saving for us. So I hope everyone will enjoy this video and everyone will be able to score good marks in CSS part of your final board exams. Okay, so that's it. Thank you for watching.